Good afternoon. This afternoon we're back in my 2017 Seat Toledo, and in this vlog we're going to be examining the Volkswagen Group, their history and what's happening to them at the moment. So the Volkswagen Group is one of the biggest manufacturers of cars in the entire world, and they're composed of 9 different manufacturers: Bugatti, MAN Trucks, Porsche, Ducati, Bentley, Audi, Skoda, Volkswagen and Seat. We're going to only be looking at maybe about 4 or 5 of those brands. The others are a little bit specialist really for most people. So Volkswagen itself was founded in the 1930s by Adolf Hitler as Volkswagen, the people's car, or the KDF wagon under Nazi Germany. The designer of the Volkswagen, as it came to be known, was Ferdinand Porsche, who you might have heard of, who was an Austrian inventor, and that went on after the Second World War to form his own car company, Porsche, but also sort of owned by Volkswagen. But after the war, they continued to make the Volkswagen, generally known as the Beetle, right up until 2003. Some of their most popular models are the Golf, the Polo, and the Passat. Next, we come to Skoda. They are sort of a junior brand of Volkswagen. They tend to make the cheapest cars in the range. They were founded far before Volkswagen. They're mainly based in the Czech Republic, although of course they used to make cars in Czechoslovakia under the Soviets. Volkswagen bought them in about 1990, although a Skoda engine design which had come into the rear engine Skoda 1000 MB did remain in production until about 2003. Skoda are very, very good value cars. They're very well made cars. They're maybe not the most exciting ones, but some of them these days, which are particularly good, are the Octavia, the Rapid, the Fabia and the Citigo. Next we come to Seat, and of course I'm in the back of my Seat Toledo at the moment. They were founded in the mid-50s, actually under General Franco, during the dictatorship era of Spanish history. And they initially made Fiat under license. The Italian car company Fiat had a relationship with many overseas dictatorships, it seems, for some reason. And their first model was the Seat 600, which was a Fiat 600, just modified for Spanish conditions. Volkswagen bought them in around about 1990, about the same time as they bought Skoda. And their cars are mainly made in Spain, but sometimes elsewhere too. Their sort of main models are the Ibiza, the Leon, the Ateca off-roader, and of course the Toledo, although Toledo has now ceased production. They tend to be on the sort of cheaper end of Volkswagen Group, but also they tend to have a little sporting edge. They try to sort of see themselves as more like an Alfa Romeo type brand, although it's not really accurate in my opinion. Next we have Audi, and it's a very old company actually. Audi, it dates back to way before the Second World War. It was the formation of 4 different companies: DKW, Wanderer, Horch and Auto Union. They disappeared after the Second World War, apart from DKW really, who eventually started making a car called the Auto Union once again in the 60s, which became the first Audi in 1965. They were bought by Volkswagen, I think, in 1969. They've been owned by Mercedes-Benz for a little bit, but Volkswagen has pushed them up market in more recent years, and they are the sort of more sporting and luxury brand that exists in the more reasonable sector of Volkswagen Group. So I forgot to say, Lamborghini is also part of the Volkswagen Group. They've been part of them for a while, but the Audi R10 sports car, the V10 version, the Audi R8 sports car, the V10 version was actually Lamborghini engine. Audi these days, they make cars like the A3, A4, A5, A whatever you sort of name it. They are really just more luxurious Volkswagens with better sporting pedigree and better build quality. As you might expect from a major car maker, a lot of the brands, they share components, so dashboard, switches, engines, suspension, platforms, they're all shared together. Really, which one you prefer depends on your personal sort of preference. I quite like Seats and Skodas. That's just more my type of thing. Volkswagens are also good. I come from the Volkswagen family, and I've had many different products from them over the course of many years. So would I recommend Lloyd Group product to people? Well, yes, they tend to be a bit expensive, and for some reason none of them have industry-leading warranties like a Hyundai or a Kia. But they're well worth considering if you can find one for a decent price, generally. So that's my little sort of potted history and my thoughts on the Volkswagen Group. Don't forget to like this video if you did. And I'm very happy to help source a vehicle for you. My website is lloydvehicleconsulting.co.uk. It doesn't have to be a Volkswagen, of course. My Facebook page is facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. Thank you very much indeed.